Hello guys, am I audible? So, are you guys ready for this session? Okay, that seems cool. So, let's begin. Okay, so hello, I am Pragya an ex front-end intern at Ionio and a Forex hackathon winner. And our another speaker for today is Soyam Paul. He's one of our talented web associate and also the tech team member from SWC RCCIT. So, let's start. Finally, Debug Quest 2.0 is here, and trust me, if you really want to participate in something where you actually get to learn something like a real world skill and that you can apply in your development journey, I think this one is the best competition. This is one of the best competitions where you should definitely take part. And this is for all of you from the first and second year, and it is an individual participation, which is a pull request based challenge. So yes, finally I'm very excited that Debug Quest 2.0 is finally here, and it is really something where in which if you participate you really do get to learn a lot. So why I say so? Because when we were in our first year, then we've also participated in it, and trust me, you don't have to be a pro coder knowing all the fundamental concepts of coding. You just have to participate, debug, research, and learn along the way. I think that is the best way how you should learn. So I think the first step is participation, and everything rest follows. Like, we were also in our first years, we were not experienced at all, but we participated. We were uh, if, like, very much inspired behind this idea, and today this stage awaits for you. So I hope you all are very excited to participate here like we did in our first years. So let's begin. So many of you must be thinking that what is actually Debug Quest 2.0. So this is not the normal traditional code writing contest where you will be building something from scratch like you do in other hackathons. Rather, it focuses on a more critical real world skill, which is debugging real systems. Now, we know that in today's world, how heavily we are dependent on AIs to build our projects or whatever. Like, we do it with AI. So, building is okay. But one of the critical aspects of building is debugging. Like, as a developer, what sets you apart as a developer is your ability to analyze, diagnose, and improve the existing system. So here in this competition, you are supposed to identify the hidden bugs that are there in the website. You have to understand what went wrong. You have to navigate through the code bases and find out the errors, the bugs, debug accordingly, and improve the system, make it bug free without introducing new issues. So, yes, building matters, but maintaining, fixing, and improving the system is what truly defines you as a developer. So, yeah, now why should you really participate here? Like, what you learn, what is the need behind participating here? So we know how important is creating projects, building projects, but something which is also a core aspect of developing is debugging production like applications. When you participate in Debug Quest 2.0, you gain real world skills and company skills that companies really value. Like, you learn the real world debugging mindset, what goes around debugging, how it is actually done. Then what is GitHub collaboration, how you can you contribute to others repository, how you can raise a PR, that is a pull request, how you can understand and read the large code bases to identify and pinpoint the errors and solve it. All the professional contribution practices you will be learning here by participating in this competition. So it overall strengthens your resume, enhances your internships, and prepares you for your placement. Then, so let's get back. Just a minute. So as I was telling that Debug Quest 2.0 is we are very happy to announce that it is finally back. And if you really want to learn some real world skill that you can apply in your development journey, I think this is one of the best competitions, and it starts from 27th April to 17th May for all the first and second year.
And sharing a screen.
Is it all right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so yeah, and why I say so that this is such an important competition, and you get to learn so much, because when we were in our first years, we also took our first step towards participation, and everything rest follows. So this stage once inspired us, and now it's awaiting you. So you don't have to be a pro coder knowing all the fundamental concepts. You have to just participate, debug, research, learn along the way. I think that is the best way ever you can learn. So yeah, please do participate. So now, what is Debug Quest 2.0? This is not the normal coding contest where you write codes from scratch like any other hackathons. Instead, we focus on a more critical real world skill over here, which is debugging real systems. We know in today's world how heavily we are dependent on AIs and other stuffs to build our system, to generate projects from scratch. But what is truly required and what actually sets you apart as a real developer is your ability to analyze, diagnose, and improve existing systems. So, in this Debug Quest 2.0, you have to identify the hidden bugs, understand what went wrong, what is the flawed logic, what is causing them, and navigate across the code bases to find the root cause, then improve upon the system without introducing the new bug. So obviously building matters, but maintaining, fixing, and improving system is what truly defines you as a real developer. So as I mentioned, why you should participate. So obviously building projects is very important. Most students learn how to create projects, but one of the core things that comes along with building is debugging. So when you participate here, you gain skills that companies really value, which is real world debugging mindset. You learn about GitHub collaboration, like how you can contribute in someone else's repository on GitHub. What is the PR request workflow? How you can read the large code bases to understand the root cause behind errors and what is wrong, and you can understand the professional contribution practices. So all of this overall strengthens your resume, enhances your internship, and prepares you for placement. Now, welcome to Glitch City, the theme over which the Debug Quest 2.0 is built upon. So, what is this Glitch City? Basically, this is a city that has four buildings, and all the four buildings are malfunctioning. The systems are unstable, the interfaces are broken, and all the logic is corrupted. You, as a developer, has to enter this glitch city and restore this. You have to solve all the hidden bugs across the system. So as mentioned, we will be having two levels. The level one will have the schoolhouse and the shop house, and it begins from tomorrow, that is 27th April, and it will have easy to medium level bugs. And as you solve all the bugs from the level one, the level two unlocks, and there will be more advanced bugs that you are supposed to solve. And the challenge ends on 17th of May. So this is the concept. This is a glitch city that will be having four buildings, and you have to debug, find the issues and debug the system. So I'll ask Shoyam to continue from here.
Okay, thank you, Pragya. Now, hello everyone, first of all, and I'm Sam Paul. From here onwards, we are going to talk about how you guys are going to participate in the event. I mean, there should be a procedure that you guys will follow and eventually make your first PR issues and a lot of stuff. So I will share my screen. And just a minute. Okay. And okay, so now we can see what is here. Here we see what you will be expected to do, right? So when you participate in an event, uh, there are certain rules and regulations that you need to follow. Similarly, there are some rules and regulations in this event as well. So we will talk about those things, but let me know you guys that at the end of this session, like not at the end, after my part, there will be a hands-on part where you guys will see how you guys are going to approach everything, right? This part of mine is just to make you guys familiar with what you guys are going to do, right? So I don't have any hands-on part over here in this session, but you guys are going to do it in next session, in the next part of this session only, right? So let's see what is written over here. What you will be expected to do. Participants will receive access to a project repository containing intentional placed bugs, right? So you all guys know what is bugs, and this statement is very clear that you guys are going to receive a repository. Like, let me be very clear about it, that you guys will receive a repository like that is global to everyone. What I mean by global to everyone is that everyone will work on a single repository. So like if there are 50 participants, let's say, so 50 participants will get only one repository on which all the 50 participants will work, right? So they will, what is their task? So that is next portion. So what they have to do is the next thing, that is your task. That is, see what project we have. Like there will be a city and your website might look like this, right? Then what you have to do is, just a minute, let me increase this. And okay, so the event is going to start from tomorrow, so you guys don't have to do anything right now, right? So first of all is that, let's say you guys have any project, so you have to go through the project, like the whole project, and you guys will get a very good idea about the project when you go through the project. Like you go through the website and see what are the errors, what could be the potential bugs, right? And then we need to do one thing, that is reproduce identified issue. So you have to first find out the bug, and then reproduce identified issue means that actually you have to again create that bug so that you guys understand what is causing that bug. This actually is a very big thing to do, but let's say we are just reverse engineering the bug. Like, okay, this bug happened, but why? Before looking to code, we try to understand why this is happening, right? So that is one thing. Then we analyze the root cause, कि भाई root cause क्या है, क्यों हो रहा है ये error, इसका root cause क्या हो सकता है. So that thing we will look with this, analyze the root cause. Then we have implement clean and effective fix. Now before this, you guys might have to do some kind of things that are in GitHub. I will explain these things. But overall, what you guys have to do is implement a clean and effective fix. That's what the event is all about. Debug quest. The debug means fixing a bug. That's what we call debugging, right? So submit pull request for review and merge. So we are going to talk about what is pull request. This is important, right? Submit a pull request for review and merge. Merge means your code is review. Reviewers will review actually, and they will merge the code into the main repository, marking your code perfect. Like your code is perfect. That's why it's merged, right? So so you guys can see here as well our process is shown. So let's not go there. And we have certain tools like console, network tab. You guys can look for those by in the inspect mode. You guys can go to inspect, like right click and inspect, then you guys can see these kind of things. And these will obviously help you guys to find out what kind of issue it is. Like there can be multiple types of issues. So let's say there can be syntax issue, there can be logical issue, there can be cosmetic issue, there can be many much more issues can be there. But it's your ability to understand what is issue and what is not. So everything will not be an issue in the website. And just a minute, let me go to the next page, right? So then we have GitHub contribution and pull request workflow. So this is very important for you. This part will be shown in the hands-on part as well. But let me just go through this and कुछ terminologies है जो तुम्हें पता होना चाहिए पहले से. So when you go to the hands-on part, बढ़िया रहेगा, तुम लोगों को समझ आएगा कि हाँ वहाँ पर क्या हो रहा है, right? So this challenge also introduced participant to real world open source contribution workflow. Yes, this is for sure. This is true that if you do this event, more than winning, what is important is the learning that you guys will get after 20 days of this event, right? That is very important. So this line is very important, right? So then we will see how to contribute. So how to contribute, you guys will receive a repository. The event is going to be started from tomorrow. So tomorrow you guys will get a repository, and what you guys have to do. Okay, so what you guys have to do is you guys need to create a new branch. Now, how to create a new branch? That is something that you guys can do after cloning a repository, and this requires a command. You guys just can search that command in the Google. It's very easy. Just you have to create a branch, and in that branch you guys are going to fix the bug appropriately, right? So पहले एक ब्रांच क्रिएट कर लोगे और उस ब्रांच का एक बढ़िया सा नाम दोगे कि रिव्यूअर्स को समझ आए कि तुम लोग करना क्या चाहते हो. सो फॉर दैट पर्पस एक ब्रांच देना और उसका बढ़िया सा नाम लिख देना, राइट? उसके बाद फिक्स द बग अप्रोप्रिएटली, बग को फिक्स करना बढ़िया तरीके से. देन only commit clean and meaningful changes. This line is very important, guys. Why I'm saying this line is important? Because ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि तुम्हें लगे कि वेबसाइट का कोई एक फॉन्ट बढ़िया नहीं है, कोई एक फॉन्ट में दिक्कत है, तो तुम लोगों ने वो फॉन्ट चेंज किया और पीआर मार दिया. तो ऐसे एरर्स नहीं होंगे होपफुली. सो एरर्स विल लुक लाइक एरर्स. फोर्सफुल एरर्स मतलब वेबसाइट में फोर्सिबली एरर्स मत ढूंढने लग जाना कि ओके ये यहाँ अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है, इसको यहाँ होना चाहिए. ऐसा नहीं, बग्स की तरह दिखेंगे. तो हाँ, so meaningful changes are only allowed, right? Raise a pull request, then only you guys can raise a pull request. Now here I want to let you guys introduce to a new topic, that is issues and PRs. ठीक है, तो अगर हम GitHub में कभी जाएंगे तो you guys can find out certain things like, let me show you just a minute. So इधर पे तुम्हें एक ऐसा issues का टैब मिलेगा and एक ऐसा pull request का टैब मिलेगा, right? So what are these things? What are these things? We are going to talk about it a bit. So what are issues? Issues are complaints. Just that's it. Issues are complaints. अभी के लिए इतना ही समझोगे तो बहुत बढ़िया. Issues are just complaints. Like you or the reviewer or the maintainer, like let's say you are participant and now you found out a bug in the website. Now you cannot just start coding like I found out a bug, I will just fix it. Let's say 5 more people found out the same bug and they are also fixing it. So there will be a problem, right? There will be a conflict. So what we can do to maintain a smooth flow of the event is that we can what we can do is we can raise an issue like, okay, I found out this issue, and you guys can, the reviewers will check the issue like, okay, someone raised this issue and there is an implementation of that issue, like inside the issue there will be an implementation. Okay, so all the bugs that are inside the website will be shown by Pragya. You guys will see all the bugs and all the issue and PR related stuff on the next part. So you guys will understand PR when they are doing hands-on. So I'm not explaining issues and PR for now. Let's leave that topic for now. Issues and PRs are certain things that are very important in this open source contribution workflow. So we will talk about them in the later part. Pragya will talk about them in the later part, right? So PR and issues are something that you should know that PR or issue बोल के कुछ होता है. So you guys will learn about it in the next part, right? Then now what is PR, that you guys are going to know in the next part. But PR में अपन को क्या क्या रखना होता है कि भाई एक पुल रिक्वेस्ट है, उस रिक्वेस्ट में क्या क्या होना चाहिए जो उस पुल रिक्वेस्ट को like it makes the pull request readable to the to the reviewers or the maintainers, right? So PR reviewers तक जाएगा, वो लोग पढ़ेंगे PR को कि भाई क्या क्या एरर्स इसको मिला है, क्या क्या इम्प्लीमेंटेशन ये लिख रहा है और हमें क्या ये एक्सेप्ट करना चाहिए, तो वो हम देखते हैं. तो you guys should write the bug identified, then the steps to reproduce the issue, like what is the main cause of this issue, like why this issue is there, how you can reproduce the issue, then root cause of the issue, like there is an issue that you guys found out in the website and you guys analyzed it and you found out a root cause for the analysis and for the issue, and you wrote down the analysis. That's it. Explanation of the फिक्स अप्लाइड, राइट? तो जो फिक्स है, मतलब जो एरर है उसका जो फिक्स है, उसका एक्सप्लेनेशन भी तुम लोगों को लिखना पड़ेगा कि भाई हाँ मैं ऐसे ऐसे करना चाहता हूँ, कि जो इशू तुम लोगों ने रेस किया कि भाई हाँ मुझे एक कंप्लेन है, मैंने ये कंप्लेन किया, हम लोगों ने उस कंप्लेन में देखा कि तुमने क्या बग ढूंढा, कैसे ढूंढा, क्या रूट कॉज है और उसको कैसे ठीक करना चाहते हो. एंड इफ ऑल दीज थिंग्स मेक सेंस टू अस, then we will assign that issue to you and then you guys can start coding. So the thing is, you guys cannot just start coding, directly start coding nahi kar sakte. You guys have to follow certain things like create issue, then wait for like assignment, then code, then do PR, then you guys I mean we will see the PR, if it is good then merge, then a flow ends here. Like there are 5 to 6 steps that you guys need to do. In the next part you guys will see that, right? अब ये एक है जो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, दिस विल बी वेरी मच इंपॉर्टेंट. अगर ऐसा करोगे तो भाई एक्सेप्ट नहीं होगा PR, या इशू भी एक्सेप्ट नहीं होगा. सबमिशन विद वेग मैसेज सच एज असाइन मी दिस इशू, like there is a issue, some issues will be raised by us, like some errors, some bugs we will find it out. हम तुमको ढूंढ के दे देंगे, तुम्हें जस्ट फिक्स करना है, और कुछ एरर तुमको खुद ढूंढना पड़ेगा, राइट? वेबसाइट में बहुत सारे एरर्स हैं, कुछ तुम्हें खुद ढूंढना पड़ेगा, कुछ हम ढूंढ के दे देंगे. जो हम ढूंढ के दे देंगे उन एरर्स को तुम्हें पढ़ना पड़ेगा, समझना पड़ेगा, देन यू गाइस कैन come up with a proposal. What is proposal? You guys will write something which makes sense, like okay, this is the issue, this is the cause, this is the implementation, that solution implementation, right? So after all these steps you guys may get the issue. So then after that you guys can start coding, right? So इधर पे meaningful वाला समझ आ गया होगा कि हाँ meaningful कुछ लिखना है, just vague कुछ लिख देने से नहीं चलेगा, right? Next part, we will go to the next part. Then about issues. So I was talking about issues and PR. So what is issue? I said issues are complaints, right? And complaint has a title and a body. So in the title you guys can write like this is the issue, a very short and meaningful thing about the issue. In this page there is a issue, like in this page there is a potential issue that I want to solve. Like that I want to solve is not in the heading, you just name the issue, what kind of issue it is, right? Like logical issue, logical error in this page, logical error at this point. So yes, that's what you guys can do. So heading and the body. In body you are going to explain what is the issue, how you find it out, and what is the implementation of implementation of the solution, right? So let's read it out. Some issues will already be listed in the repository. As I said, some issues we will give you and you just have to solve it. You choose and work on them. Some hidden issues are not listed. कुछ तो listed नहीं होंगे, वो तुम्हें ढूंढना पड़ेगा. Participants are expected to discover them by exploring the system. तो वो सिस्टम को गो थ्रू करने के बाद तुम्हें वो एरर ढूंढना पड़ेगा कि हाँ there is a issue, I found it out. Now you guys will raise a issue, you guys will raise a complaint कि इधर एक प्रॉब्लम है. फिर एक बढ़िया टाइटल लिखो, एक बढ़िया डिस्क्रिप्शन लिखो, दैट्स इट. एंड वी विल रिव्यू इट कि भाई हाँ ये इशू तुम्हें मिलना चाहिए कि नहीं, राइट? तो इफ यू आइडेंटिफाइड अ वैलिड इशू प्रॉपर्ली, इट मे बी असाइन्ड टू यू फॉर you after review, right? So this is what I said. This rewards observation and genuine debugging skills. So obviously, like observation, when you look the website and try to find out what is broken over there, and then you debug that. So all the skills are tested over here, right? Then we have rules, right? Individual participation. First is individual participation. You guys cannot part in a group. ग्रुप में बैठ के काम नहीं करना है, इंडिविजुअली पार्टिसिपेट करना है. But something I want to mention over here is there can be a conflict, like a person finds out the issue and raises a issue कि हाँ मुझे ये issue मिला. जब तुम एक issue raise करोगे, you guys will see in the next part, there opens a forum. So if someone else apart from that person wants to work on the same issue, he also can go to that issue forum and can write it like okay, I also have a proposal. You guys can the other one can also write a proposal over there, and there will be like there are 3 proposals or 4 proposals for the same issue. Now amongst all of them, we'll choose the one which is more logical, which is better, which is well structured. So always remember, always propose a very well structured manner, so that even if someone else proposes on the same issue, you get it first, right? So always remember this. Always only proper logic fixes count. So yes, proper logical fixes will count only, no fake hard coding solutions. So for this I have a good example. So one of my friend, what he does in first year, what he did in first year actually, he was asked to print a pyramid, right? Like you guys are in first year, so you guys are doing C coding, so you guys are also asked, I mean तुम लोगों ने भी किया होगा वो पिरामिड, फॉर लूप से पिरामिड बनाया होगा. तो उसने क्या किया था, उसने प्रिंट 5-6 प्रिंट स्टेटमेंट लिख दिया, उसके अंदर पिरामिड ही बना दिया. तो ऐसा नहीं करना है भाई लोग, अपन को लॉजिकली सोल्यूशन निकालना है, राइट? सो नो फेक हार्ड कोडिंग सोल्यूशन. डोंट ब्रेक एग्जिस्टिंग फीचर्स व्हाइल फिक्सिंग द बग्स. तो लेट्स से देयर आर ए टू जेड बग्स. ए को फिक्स करने के चक्कर में बी टू जेड खराब नहीं हो जाना चाहिए भाई लोग. ए फिक्स कर रहे हो, ए को फिक्स करना है, बी जेड को हाथ भी नहीं लगाना है. तो मेक श्योर, because if you guys are using AI, so be very cautious about it कि क्या फिक्स कर रहे हो, क्या चेंज कर रहे हो, कौन सा ब्लॉक चेंज कर रहे हो, कौन सा क्या ट्वीक्स कर रहे हो. So be very cautious about those things. Duplicate fixes may depend on first correct. So yes, this thing I just told you in the first option, right? This is the same thing. Reviewer's decision will be final. So this statement means trust on us, guys. Low quality PR description may be rejected. So yes, description I told about this thing, like in issues also you guys have a description, in PR also you guys have a description. So PR में जो डिस्क्रिप्शन होता है या इश्यूज में जो डिस्क्रिप्शन होता है उसका क्वालिटी बढ़िया होना चाहिए, नहीं होगा तो वो रिजेक्ट हो भी सकता है, राइट? सो हाँ, ऑलवेज राइट गुड थिंग्स. अगर AI से लिखा भी रहे हो तो उसको भी एक बार पढ़ लेना, वो जो कह रहा है वो क्या तुम कह रहे हो या वो कह रहा है, कौन कह रहा है, वो देख लेना. सो यस, दिस इज व्हाट इट मीन्स. And let's see what we have next. Okay, so judging criteria. Okay, numbers of PR accepted. So numbers of PR accepted, or number of accepted PR, whatever it is, right? So the person who is getting the most number of PRs accepted will be counted as a podium holder. Difficulty of the bug solved, like there are multiple you guys are going to see that, so don't worry about this. This also depends, I mean on this also judging criteria depends. Code quality, for sure, this is very important. Code quality is very important. Like to solve a 2-line issue, you are writing 100-line code, then it's not good. So code quality is very important. Root cause understanding, so your PR or your issue should contain the cause, why it is happening. If you are not writing why it is happening and all this stuff that we mentioned, then it might get rejected, right? So yes, I guess after this what we have, okay, so this is the final message from my side, I guess. Anyone can generate code, but great developers can step into broken system, understand chaos, and restore order. So yes, this thing makes very much sense, right? A coder can generate code. Anyone can generate code. Let's say coder can generate code, but great developer can step up into the broken system. Like you have a block of प्रॉब्लम, एक ब्लॉक है जहाँ पर प्रॉब्लम है. अब ये तुम्हारा कॉल है कि तुम उस ब्लॉक को पूरा चेंज करोगे या ब्लॉक के अंदर जाके कोई एक लाइक ऑपरेटर चेंज कर दिया एंड द लॉजिक इज ओके, लाइक प्लस का माइनस कर दिया, लॉजिक इज ओके. सो दिस इज ऑल अप टू यू गाइस कि what makes sense. So this is what my final message is. So yes guys, from here onwards Pragya will continue and you guys are going to enjoy a lot in the next part, because it is about how you are going to create an issue, how you are going to raise a PR, how you are going to work on the website. You are going to see the website and the website is really good. All credit goes to Pragya Singh, and thank you for being with me, bearing me. So yes.
Thank you, Shoyam. So now tell me, guys, are you clear with all the rules behind this competition? Please write in the chat. So did you like the idea? Like, are you excited? A lot of yes. Sounds great. Wow. Okay. So did you guys get the sneak peek of the website? Like, did you see it? Okay. So are you excited? Like, did you like the website? Okay, okay, that's interesting. So now let's. I think we should get back to the website again and try to find out one error to show you all the entire workflow that will go behind it. So let's get started. So yeah, let me present my screen. Okay, okay. This is your website that you will be working upon for these coming next weeks. So this is the Glitch City Explorer where you have to explore each building level wise. Uh, is it? Am I audible? Right? Is my screen being shared? Yeah. Okay. So first, let's enter into the shop building. So this is your shop house where like this is full of errors, okay, and you have to test, try out everything and find out which system is glitching and not working properly. So let's start with the search query. Obviously when I want to buy something, I'll search that particular product. Let's say I'm searching for coffee. So the binary bean coffee is available, but now let's see, I don't want it, I want a hoodie. But wait, when I'm searching hoodie, I am being shown the same stale results. Like the filtering is not getting updated. That should happen when you search. Like whenever you search, the product should be filtered accordingly, right? Whatever you search. So I think the UI is not getting updated properly. Like whatever you search, it's showing the same stale result. So this is one of the bugs that I found, right? Now let's inspect it. Let's go to the console tab. You see, this is actually an error condition. Like if you write anything, so the API is trying to request, basically, like whenever what happens, like the first search is working, but in the next search the update is not working properly. So basically the API is trying to make a request, but every time, after every keystroke, you see there is showing 404 not found. That is, the route is not available, the route is not found. So there is something glitch that is happening in this state management. State management is what? State management is basically how you will be controlling and handling your data. So every time you make changes, the AI updates accordingly. So there is some issue in state management. That is why the UI is not updating as we want. The filtering is not working. So we can correlate that whenever the UI stops updating after the first interaction, there is some glitch in the state management. There is issue over there. So we reproduced this error like this. Like this was related to state management because the filtering was not working, the new results were not showing, a UI not updating. So that's how we reproduce the error. We checked the console, we read the error, and we researched upon it, right? So I want to solve it. Okay, I want to create an issue, I want to solve this so my PR gets merged. So how to do that? So you can see this is the GTG RCCIT website, and under there we have the debug quest 2.0 repository. You have to simply enter here. Okay, Now your first step is to fork the repository. Okay, so that this particular thing is copied into your own GitHub. So first we will fork it. This repository name is available. If it is not available, you can change it to something else, but right now it is showing available. It is not used by someone else, so let's create this fork. Now you can see this entire repository is being copied into my particular GitHub account, right? Now let's we'll copy this code and let's fork it locally. Okay, so first I'll create a folder. Let's name it something and open with code. Now let's open our terminal. So basically here we are cloning the repository locally so that we can make changes and push it to our GitHub. Okay, so what is the command? You have to simply write git clone, since you're cloning, and we copied the HTTPS code, remember? Just paste it and do /, so that whatever you are cloning comes under this folder repository. Okay, so just do a /, and it will clone everything. So all the files and folders are here. Now to install whatever dependencies were used here, I'll simply run pnpm I. It will install all the dependencies. So when you clone a particular repo, these are the 2 steps that you have to first do, and then start with your coding. So write pnpm dev so that website opens in your system locally. This is the website. You can simply run it or follow link. So yeah, okay, that's great. But now next thing, we have cloned the repository. Now I will create a branch. Okay, we will not work on the main, we will rather create a branch. For each bug that you are solving, you have to create a new branch. Okay, so if you solve bug number 1, create it and do it in a particular branch. For bug number 2, you have to create a new branch. Okay, so what is the command for that? Git checkout -b. Then the naming convention, you have to write your name. My name is Pragya, so I wrote it. Then /. Then since the error was related to the search query, I wrote the bug name. So this is the naming convention. If your name is suppose Shoyam, so you will write Shoyam / search query. So this is the naming convention. It has nothing to do with the command. The command is git checkout -b, your name / the bug name. Okay, now you'll enter it. Now you see the branch is created and automatically it switched to that particular branch that I created. Okay, earlier it was main, but since I created the branch and after that it was created and I was switched to that particular branch that I was created. Now whatever changes I make, that will be tracked by this particular branch. Okay, now let's go to the this one. Just a second. Okay, this is the original website, the GDG website. Over here you can see there is already an issue created by Shoyam, which is state not stored after refreshes. So when you are doing this competition, you will find that already a lot of errors are mentioned. So you will solve upon them. Okay, and for the errors that are not listed, you have to create your own issue and then raise a PR for it. Okay. Let's talk about this created issue later on. First, I will create my own issue. Suppose you found a bug and that is not listed in the issues that are we have given. So you have to create a new issue, obviously. So let's create a new issue and see, as mentioned in the particular, as mentioned by Shoyam, you have to nicely write the title of the issue that you are creating, and you have to nicely write the root cause and the fix that you are implementing. Okay, otherwise we will not be able to assign you the particular bug that you want to solve. Okay, you have to do this nicely. Like we should know that yes, you have identified the root cause and you will be fixing it accordingly. So this is the title and the description that you have added. Let's create this issue, because this was not listed by us, you have found it yourself. Okay, issue created. Now, until and unless me or Shoyam assign this issue to you, you will not start doing any changes. Okay, once you're assigned, then only you can start with the changes, push it, raise a PR, and then we will check it and merge. So I will request Shoyam to assign it to me first so that I can start with the coding.
Yes, just a minute.
Okay, now you can see I have been assigned this issue by Shoyam. So now I can finally start working on this. So in the website, we correctly identified the error related to state management, and in which buildings error was in the shop house. So obviously there will be in the code base there will be a folder for the shop house, and obviously the error regarding it will be under that. So let's see. Yeah, here is the shop house. So obviously any bugs related to shop house will be under this. That's how you slowly navigate through the code base stepwise. So this is the shop house. Now I told that this was an error related to state management, right? So all these state management things, when you learn further, you will know that all these state management things are managed by hooks in React. Okay, so obviously this error was related to state management, right? So I'll go under the hooks folder. In the hooks folder, we have the use debug quest shop JS. Let's see. Okay, now when I entered here, you can see there are certain variables like search, set search, okay, effective search. So seeing them, I get to know that yes, the search logic lives here. So I have to make changes over here only, right? Seeing the variables, I got to know that where the error resides, right? Now let's see. First we see that here we have the use state search and set search. Firstly, it is null. Okay, so you do your first query, it takes the user input, and then we also have the effective search and the set effective search. Now what happens here, uh, effective search is storing a copy of the search that the user is putting. Okay, so there is also the value that the user is typing in the search query, and then there is also a copy of that search value that is being stored in the effective search. And when we store multiple copies, then that breaks the flow, that breaks the asynchronous flow. So that is why this particular search state is getting locked. So whenever you are going for some another search, that is being locked, you are getting shown the same previous results. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll remove the effective search and the search locked. Okay, now let's navigate more where the other errors can be. Okay. Hmm. Now you can see in this constant needle we have this, again this effective search value is used, which is the copy of the search query that the user wrote for the first time. So that copy is only getting stored. The new value that the user is typing is not used only. We are using the same old copy. That is why you are shown the same previous result. Why? Because of a particular condition. Let me show you. Wait. Yeah, you can see if the search locked is false, the exclamation here means false. So if the search locked is false, because earlier you remember the value was null, so the first user input was getting stored, and earlier it was not locked as told here. The condition is true, it was not locked, so we use the copy of the value that the user first wrote. So we use that effective search value, and then because this condition got true, the set search locked became true, and since that was now turned on, the set search lock was turned true. Because of that, we were getting shown the same old previous result. So to fix it, what we'll do, we'll first, okay, just a minute. uh, oh, okay, I removed the effective search and the search locked, right? Yeah, I did remove it. So I removed, so that we are not using the set locked and the effective search anymore. Then we will go to the condition effect where we were using the effective search. So yeah, instead of effective search, we will be using just the search that the user is typing. Then we will go to, yeah, this effective search. Yeah, it will be also made search, so that the every new value is being used instead of the same old copy, right? After that, the condition that I showed you, yeah, this one we will remove, because we are not using that logic that we'll be using the set effective search, right? Now let's see if our search logic is working properly or not. Hopefully it should work now. We should be shown. Beans. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, now you see we are getting shown the new results every time, because we removed that logic of effective search which was using the same old copy of the first search, right? So yeah, now since my bug is completed, solving that bug is completed, I will commit it to my own repo inside my GitHub. So let's write fixed search query issue. Let me come. So just give proper commit messages, not just some vague message. So committed, publish branch, and yeah. So until here, is anybody having any doubt, like anything? Till here, is it okay? Like, did you understand? Yeah, we will be coming to that. So up till here it is clear, right? Okay. Cool. You guys are very smart. Okay. Okay. Now, see, the moment I pushed the particular change that I did, there is this thing, compare and pull request, so that you can contribute to the repository. So let's click here, compare and pull. So this was my commit message. I will write a proper description like what I did basically. Don't keep it vague, okay? Now let's create a pull request. Now, see, me and Shoem both have to review your code, only then it will be merged, okay? So at least two people will have to review and only then it will be merged, okay? So for now, I will be bypassing this rule because I have to show you some other step also. Otherwise, once it is reviewed by both of us and merged, only then it will be merged to the main branch, okay? Otherwise it will not. So for now, let's bypass it. It's not your step, you don't have to do this. So confirm rules, you just have to just give your PR, and now you can see it is merged to the main branch. This will be done by either me or Shoem. Your task was to just raise a PR and wait for us until we review and merge it to the main branch. So that is done. So now the next thing, that is, wait, I'll oh, just a minute. Oof. I'll yeah. So now my PR is merged. Now I have to simply, after your PR gets merged, you have to simply sync your fork. So your particular branch, your particular repository is in sync with the new changes that are being made in the main website, the main particular website from where you forked your own repository, right? So you have to, you should not be ahead or behind. So every time, see, we included your changes, we accepted and merged it into our main branch, so that changes were added. Now since you have forked that particular repository, you have to update your branch likewise, so you are up to date with the changes that are being made in the actual repository from the one which you forked. So update branch, and that's it. You are in sync with the new changes that were done, particularly from the main branch, because we accepted and added it into our main repository. And one more thing, that is, see, this one which I showed you was where you created an issue by yourself because the issue was not listed. Okay, the issue was search works only for the first query in the shop house. This was created by you because it was not listed in the errors we created. The other thing is that some issues will be listed by me and Shoem. Okay, so you just, if you think that you will be able to solve that issue, like this issue which is created by Shoem, so you just click on it. Okay, you write a comment. Suppose this is the thing, state not stored after refreshes. So you think you will be able to solve it, you have identified the root cause. So what you will be doing, you will write a nice description to save time I'm doing that. Okay, so you say the root cause, you say the particular solution you'll be doing, and then just comment. That's it. After seeing your comment, me or Shoyam will assign it to you, and then you can start working with the particular issue that you have been assigned with. Okay, so this is the complete flow. Are you okay with this? Like, any questions? Like, did you understand? Okay, so see, two things. Either you create your own issue. If it is not listed, I told you how I solved the entire thing, or else it will be listed by one of us, and you go comment there. We will see if your PR is valid or not, the description is good or not, and we will assign it to you. So the core logic is you have to um, uh, wait to get yourself assigned. Until and unless you're assigned, don't start. Okay. Yes, you can, like, but some errors, not every error is solved by AI. Like, we have designed it like that, so you have to research a bit. If you can, you can, but every error is not possible to be solved by AI. You have to check the tools, like console, network tabs, etc. So yeah, the core thing, wait for yourself to get assigned. Okay, and then start. That is the flow. Fork the repository, clone it, download the dependencies, create the issue, wait to get assigned, then do the changes, commit it, raise the PR, and we will merge it. And after merging it, before starting any further changes, before starting any other solving any other issue, you have to create a new branch. Okay, don't do anything in the same branch. No new issues in the same branch. Create a new branch every time, and don't forget to sync. If when you start going to the second debug issue for the solving part, you have to sync your own repository so that it is in sync with the actual one, right? Yes, you will be getting the slides and the recording as well. So please, before starting to go on any other issue, please sync the fork, and please work on another branch. Don't use the same branch for different issues. That's it. So I hope it is quite easy for all of you, like you understood it. So are you excited? Like, are you ready to get started with your debugging journey from tomorrow? Wow. Yeah, you can. I mean, it is basically for first and second year. So no, I think our lead will be able to say that. Sorry, I. So you will be having prizes as well. So based on the difficulty levels that you are solving, uh, your points will be like that accordingly. Okay, so I think you don't have any doubts. If not, then I think that's it.
Okay, so guys, I think that's it. So thank you to both our speakers, Pragya and Soyam, for taking the time to explain our new event, Debug Quest, which is our second version, and to explain how to basically participate in it. So I hope that if all of you guys participate in our event and make it a success. We have some really exciting prizes and swags upcoming, which we will be sharing soon. So to keep in touch with us and to participate, I have shared the WhatsApp link. So if you guys aren't already there, just join it. And yeah, that's it. Have a great day. Good night.